Actually, let's bring that up. So this is what somebody was talking about when they were being all like, dude, like, you're dragging this shit. And I was like, dude, I didn't even drag anything. All I did is repost what Ken Carson said, in that he posted or he retweeted somebody else on Twitter saying, bro, think he Ken Carson to Squirt Reynolds, aka Kirko, reporting the 10 new SoFaygo leaks. And so, as I actually discussed in the last stream, or was it 2 days ago? I can't remember. All the days are just morphing together. That SoFaygo should have just leaked the music similar to how Ken Carson did, but like on a random page, not through SoundCloud exclusive, where SoundCloud, the corporation, leaked the music. Like, nah, bro, you just dropped the music on another account. It ain't no leak. But anyway, Ken Carson retweeted this. As you can see, let me move this. Ken Carson retweeted it. And so I was like, Ken think he's funny. And then obviously I used the Ken Carson bar from his own song. I can't remember which song it was, but it was like, Lil Boy should have been opium, some he's slaving. And so people, it just related to like the SoFaygo shit. They're not necessarily beefing, okay, people? I don't think they're beefing. They just shot a music video together. Hell yeah. But then again, if I was SoFaygo, I would feel some sort of way like, damn, Ken just kind of, it wasn't a shot, but it was like a, you think that I'm copying you? Ken Carson realistically did not invent leaks, because again, he is signed to one of the predominant leak kings, Cardi, who academics has even said in the past that he might have low-key leaked Whole Lotta Red version 1 just to see how people were feeling about it in the first place. As well as, let's be real, Pissy Pamper, aka Kid Cudi, they could not clear that sample, the Pierre Bourne beat, so that's why it leaked. You don't think that Nudie and Cardi leaked that shit themselves? Come on. They were like, this shit too far not to be in the public, and that ended up blowing up their careers. So I'm not gonna say this is beef. Like, they could drop the music video. I really do hope that they drop the music video. I think it's SoFaygo's song, Hell Yeah, because Ken already dropped, but he does have Extended on the way. But I think Hell Yeah is SoFaygo's song, and that might be on Pink Hearts, but we'll see what happens, because again, like, we don't know if there's beef. There might not have been beef before this, and also Ken only retweeted this for a second, so maybe he didn't think people would see this, and now he's like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. If I was him, I would apologize to SoFaygo, like, yo, I didn't mean it, I was just joking. But yeah, Ken is fueling the fire. That wasn't my fault at all. And also, okay, Ken, when did he drop the song? A week ago? So maybe he does feel some sort of way that SoFaygo like just dropped, and he kind of used the same method of releasing as we just discussed, but like shortly after Ken dropped, didn't give it enough time to like let's say like digest with the public, you know, like at least do 2 weeks, let the sales come in, even though none of these sales are really recorded by these upcoming rappers just because it's not high enough on Billboard. You doubt Ken was talking about Faygo? Oh yeah, in that bar, I don't know if he was talking about Faygo, because I feel like Ken didn't even really sign to Cardi until after that, officially. Because remember, but when Faygo was getting put on by Travis Scott and he was getting played on the Instagram live of like the Jenners, I can't remember who it was, or maybe it was like one of the Kardashians, I don't know. Ken had only dropped Teen X, or maybe not even that yet, and Faygo had just dropped Off the Map and his what was the album that Off the Map was on? I'm like blanking here. It was called After Me. So yeah, Travis Scott signed Faygo before Ken was even like really getting put on by Cardi yet. Teen X wasn't even released under Opium, so technically he wasn't signed. So it couldn't have been about that. Although pretty much everyone wanted to sign SoFaygo. Maybe Cardi wanted to sign him too, but Travis Scott was a better label. Or not a better label, I mean like bigger label at the time. Like Opium wasn't even really set up by that time. I don't even think we knew Opium, about the concept of Opium, till what, 2020? Wait, hold up. In 2020, when did Ken Carson come out with Teen X? Maybe that was even late 2020. And the Teen X relapse was 2021. Yeah. So Ken was barely even in the picture by that time. You thought Lancey was Opium? Apparently, like, he's affiliated. They fuck with him. I was researching some interviews when I made the Ken video. Like, they're cool. He's just not signed to Opium necessarily. He was talking about KO because KO's ex is Ken's girlfriend right now. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the rumors, especially because Ken said like that boy is not Opium after KO in the Discord server said that he is Opium. So Ken made it known that he's not. I don't know if they're beefing. I'm not trying to drag shit. Those are the possibilities though. Okay, do with that what you will, the information. Okay, people. But yeah, I think it's a higher likelihood that it's KO than Faygo. I think Faygo and him are cool. And yeah, Ken, realistically, let's be real here. It's not like, you know, his bars are funny, don't get me wrong, but it's not like they're all too sophisticated. He kind of has like a humorous tone to him. He's like something about like in Clutch, like your outfit looked like poop. I can't remember what it is. I'd have to like listen to the song again. So like he literally could have just been talking shit. Like that boy thought he was Opium, now he's slaving, whatever. Did I get pressed by Twisty's crew? No. What? Fancino said Ken had no humor. I assure you he does. Ken is funny low-key. He keeps in character even when, never mind, I'm not even gonna say it. But no, Fancino probably has a different type of humor. He's like, how old is Fancino? Like 30 something? Now people are gonna be like, yo, you the same age. Fancino age 36 years old. Okay, so yeah, he is literally an old head. So why do we give him so? Actually, I talked to some people about this. I was like, don't worry about it. Fancino, people just like to hear his, it's like Double XL. They like to hear his opinion so that they can shit on it, because he obviously doesn't have the same taste in music as like the new wave. So they just want to see what he says, and they know it's going to be like a 0 to 4 for Faygo, Ken, Yeet, whatever. What was 2 Alive? I think it was like a 4. From Fancino's perspective. So that's why. And ultimately, all it does is give him like publicity. Like let's check this shit out. So if we go to Needle Drop, I assure you, X got decent views, I would think, compared to others. Like West Side Gun, 58K, Wormrot, 56K, X, 187K. This more views than all the rest of his other albums for like weeks. Except for, he was hating on the Minions too. He was hating on Yeet's song. The Rise of Gru soundtrack is not. Yes, it is. Or are you not? Maybe that's the full soundtrack, not the trailer. Yeah. That's okay. He's not talking about Yeet. He does know a lot about music. I'll give you that. But there's a difference between the music he listens to, which is supposed to be, or which tends to be when he rates it high, like sonically, I don't even know what the word is, like sophisticated in a way. Like he wants, I don't know, like knew everything, but that's hard to come by nowadays. There's almost a culture that's way more important, or the swag that's way more important, that you almost like see Yeet or Ken Carson or Faygo in your head when you're listening to their music. So it's not just about the song, it's like about the whole brand. Like we've talked about this, I think. But yes, he did have good points. We went over it with the Ken project, and I agree on a lot of them. Like how, overall Project X was better, just because this just seemed like a recreated version of it. He needs to move away from Rage. Ken Carson is influential enough. He just needs to move on to the next thing and prove that he is like the top dog. Do something else. And if everybody copies you, then you know that you the shit. You know that you're the top G.